Alright, hello guys, welcome to today's tutorial, and today I'm going to be walking you through how to install a Flutter script from this amazing website codecanyon.net. So you can just go to your preferred browser and you just go ahead and type https://codecanyon.net and then you're good to go. Alright, so when you get to codecanyon.net, you're going to see a website such as this, and you just want to go ahead to search for the preferred script you want to download or install or purchase per se. Alright, so once you're done with that, the screen is going to pop up this way, just the way it is right now. And for today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how to install this particular script, Elite Quiz. So this is a trivia quiz game application written in Flutter. It also comes with an admin panel, so you just want to go ahead to read through the documentation of this particular script, get to know the insides and out, see the preview of the application as well as the features of the application. So once you're done with that, you want to go ahead to add the script to cart. So you just click on this button, add to cart, down here, and once that is done, you're just going to see a pop-up right here where you just see item added to your cart, which means it was successfully added. And you're going to see the details of this application. So price has been slashed lately, so you're going to be purchasing this script for $34, and you can see more details about this script over here. So you just want to go ahead and say go to checkout. So this is a button you're going to click, and once you click on this, you're just going to be redirected to the screen where you get to add your credentials in order to purchase this script successfully. So I'm not going to go ahead to do this because I've purchased this script already, and there's no need to do that the second time. So you just want to go ahead and to do it, click on it, go to checkout, and it's a straightforward process, and then you're good to go. Alright, so once you're done installing or purchasing the script, so the next thing you want to do is to get all the tools required or the tools necessary in order to get started with Flutter. So the first tool you need is Flutter SDK itself. So you're just going to go to Flutter documentation, official Flutter documentation. By doing that, you just want to go ahead and say docs.flutter.dev, and you're just going to be redirected to Flutter's official documentation, and then you could read through the documentation and see how to get started with Flutter. So I'm going to do a quick run through of this, and the first thing we have to do is to choose our development platform. So for me, I'm going to be using a Windows device, and so I'm just going to select Windows. If you're using Mac OS, you can go ahead and use Mac OS, and if you're using Linux, you can go ahead and use Linux. Down here I'll select Linux. So we select Windows as our preferred device, and the next step is to choose your first type of application. So Elite Quiz is going to be an Android application, so we just go ahead and say Android here. Alright, start building Flutter Android applications in Windows. So you just want to go ahead to read through this requirement, make sure that your system meets this requirement, the hardware requirements as well as the software requirements. So confirm everything is alright in order to start using Flutter SDK in your local machine. So once you're done reading through the documentation and what it has to say, you just want to go ahead and click on this tab here, download and install, where you get to download and then install Flutter SDK directly from this button, Flutter Windows 3.29.2, which is a stable version of Flutter at the time. So you just want to go ahead and click on this button, and your installation is going to begin. And once you're done with installing, you just want to go ahead to create a folder where you can extract the installed Flutter SDK into that's going to be like a new directory. So go ahead to do this, and then you add these installed Flutter into your program files and all that. So then you're good to go. Just go ahead to read the documentation carefully, and you understand. Alright, so for those of us that want to get started with Flutter using Android Studio, so we have majorly two integrated development environments, which is the IDE that I'm going to be talking about. So number one, we have the Android Studio IDE, and then we also have the Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to walk you through how to get these two IDEs installed or downloaded into your local machine. So the first one, we're going to be looking at Android Studio, and the official ID for Android application development is Android Studio, right? So you just want to go ahead to say developer.android for your search bar, developer.android.com/studio, and once that is done, you just want to go ahead to see these sites where you have these button here. So but before that, you just want to go ahead to read this release notes, read a couple of things about Android Studio, know the new features, and then know the things that are updated and the ones that are not. So that could help you to know your way around Android Studio that's more better. So once you're done with that, you just want to go ahead and click on this button where you download Android Studio. So the current version of Android Studio at the time is Android Studio Mekat. So just go ahead to click on this button, and you're just going to see this pop up where you have to agree to the terms and conditions. So your next step should be to read through these terms and conditions, understand the use of the SDK you're going to be using and all that. Just go ahead to read your documentations and get clarification on it. So once you're done with reading them, you just want to go ahead to check this box where you agree that you have read the above terms and conditions. And once you're done with that, you can go ahead to download Android Studio Mekat 2024.3.1 for your Windows device. Alright, so for those of us that have that actually want to also use Visual Studio Code for running Flutter on our local machine, so you can just go to see your search bar and just type in code.visualstudio.com/download. This is going to take you to the official website for Visual Studio Code, where you can see the different options for downloading Visual Studio. So there's a Windows version, Windows option, and also Mac OS, and then there's the .db and RPM. So you can just choose any of your preferred option in order to download or install Visual Studio on your local machine. So we're gonna go ahead to say Windows if you're using Windows, and confirm that your system is the requirement that needed. And you're gonna go ahead and click on this button, and your download should start in a minute. And set it now. So once that is done, I think we're good to go. So your next thing is now to hit where you installed or purchased is. Alright, so this is so after debating where your downloaded script is, so mine was in my download, it was hard to find, so I can find it easily here. So you just want to go ahead and open it with your preferred IDE. So in my case, I'm going to be opening it with Visual Studio Code. So you just want to go ahead to open it with your preferred IDE, and then so once that is done, we're going to be typing in a few commands that are necessary, very necessary in order to start running Flutter. So the first thing, you just want to go ahead and clean this project, and the command for that is just going to say flutter clean, and then you hit on the enter. Alright, so once that is done, you just want to go ahead and say flutter forget, and then you hit the enter. After all that, let's finally do Flutter run, so we get to run it. So before we do this, just ensure you have your emulator up and running. So for my case, I'm using an actual device. My case, I'm actually using an actual device. So I'm going to select my device here. Current device. So I'm going to say run here, and okay, so now that we have our app up and running, this is how our application looks like overall. And starting with the splash screen, and let's just give it one time. I don't know what's okay, so our application is up and running. So we just want to go ahead and select English, get started. We're gonna allow this. So this is how our application looks like, and yeah, that is how to install Flutter script from Code Next. Thank you, and see you next time.